Robin, it's Tim from Portugal. Last time you asked me that you were interested in learning how to do the Google, like the intro talk with the help of Google Maps, Google Earth. So now that I'm actually just about to start to prepare everything for my next Portugal trip, I thought I just yeah record it. So yeah, you know how it's done. Actually, it's very easy, and I think you will find it easy to copy. Basically, first of all, you need to sign in, obviously, into Map My Rights because we need to get the tracks out there. Um, Problematic could be that you need to be in administration. So I don't know if you can hand out the administration password to any guy to do so. That is something that you need to figure out. In case you cannot, you then somebody could just do what I'm doing now and export the tracks and send them along to the guides with all the other PDFs, for example. Right? It's not. I mean, it takes a little bit of time, but it only needs to be done once. Whatever. Okay, so I know I'm signing up into our club. For some reason, always takes quite a while. And then what is next? Okay, so I'm finally in. I scroll down. I go to the route library. I look for the trip code here. I sort by name, and then that's what I do. I open like a new tab for every. Now I'm holding in my left hand my phone, so I actually see the right with GPS app, so I actually see which tracks I really need, because it could be a little confusing, as you see. So I know I need this one. You see, I'm like right three finger clicking, and I'm simply opening a new tab for all these. I don't that speeds it up. So I need this one. Day 3 long. I need this one. I need this one. I need 63.7. Only looking at kilometers to make it even easier. I need this one. Then I need day 4 this one. Day 5 18 this one. And at last 41.5 conventos Pinheiro. Done. Okay, so it just loaded all these tracks in the background. So what I do, I go into each one of those, click on export, scroll down, click on Google Earth, close it, export Google Earth, close it, export Google Earth. Yeah, now that I'm doing it, I thought I could have probably just done it with one track, so it's not so repetitive and boring for you to watch. But I thought I'd just do it right as I actually need to do it. So almost this and this. By the way, what a crappy season. Never had so much water and rain following me all around. I'm so happy to finally be in Southern Europe with blue skies. Okay. Export. Done. Okay. So everything is downloaded. Just important is obviously that you download this. Yeah, Google Earth. Pretty easy to remember. Okay, now I start Google Earth. And what do? I import. I go into the folder where it downloads stuff. And that's not what it is. Okay, so I don't import, I open. Okay, yes. So file, open, and then you can select the targets, the files that we have just downloaded, all the KLAMs at once, which is nice. Okay. now we already get pretty far. As you see, it already loaded them all into one map. So that's already pretty, yeah, it could already be enough for many people. However, as we do trips usually more than once, it is quite useful to to get some order in here and tweak it a little bit. So for that, I right click on my places, add folder, and create a folder called Pops, give it a trip code. The tracks I have just loaded were loaded into temporary places. So what I do, I now manually move them in there. Yeah. Ah, crap. Yeah, okay. So, wonder if there's a way to actually do it that all at once. Sometimes it's just quicker to do it manually while instead of looking for the fast way to do. Is there maybe some? Yeah, yeah. That's at least a way to create some space. Tack, tack. Yeah, that seems to be it. I think. Yes. Okay, so now I have a folder for every trip I've been using it on for now. What is also useful, I would absolutely add the hotels. So I add the land hotel in Mont Oito, for example. There is land vineyards, okay? And I right click on the name and save it to my places, okay? I can do the same with another hotel, Convento dos Pinheiro, boom, search, there it is. Oh no, that's the wrong one. No, actually, it's the, strange. No, it's this one. Évora, yeah, that's the one. Save to my places. And so I can even, and so I can go on and adding even all kind of events. For example, let's see if we have Comenda Grande here, a place where we have a tour. Exactly, it's right here. Yeah. So I can, as you see, we go there, so I can as well save that. That makes sense. And there it goes. Yeah. During the presentation, I don't know. You can. I usually just deselect everything at first, and then for example, I double click on day one, and I load it, and I can now easily tell them what we do. It's very useful to use keyboards. You use the keyboard when doing it, not so much the mouse. So you can navigate with the cursor keys easily. You can, if you hold Shift, you can tilt it. Shift and cursor keys, and Shift and Alt keys does it more finely. And let's see, I think Shift and no, that's wrong. Shift and Command, at least on a Mac, makes you zoom in. Okay, so that's a very convenient way. Also useful is, for example, if you can add some layers on top, for example, the weather layer, but you need to zoom out for that, and then you actually see where the clouds are in Europe, and so on. I mean, there are many things because how you can then use this, because once you have a computer actually connected to a screen, What I, for example, then would also include, because it's just obvious, is a website with tomorrow's weather. Yeah, so they have a real precise idea what the weather is going to be next time. It's not supposed to dominate the intro talk, but it can serve as a very convenient way of actually going step by step through the trip. Yeah, as people get a real good notion about how about distances, um, and how everything relates to another. We are here in Portugal in extremely flat territory. However, if you are, I just give you an idea how it looks when you are on where I just came from, when you are in the Alps, then all of a sudden it can just look really, really cool, because people, besides getting an idea about how things are related to each other, now see this. Okay, so um, they really get an idea what the hike is like in terms of elevation. Okay, so, and that is something that they really appreciated, I have to say. They were really amazed when I showed them basically the next day like this. Okay, so it makes a lot of sense in mountainous territories, and you will never get questions again. What's the elevations going to be? Because you can just, for example, now I just loaded day 3. If I right click on day 3, I have a fantastic button here which shows in the elevation profile. It also shows in speed, so that's confusing. But if you just click then on elevation here, no, on speed, so you take it out, you can actually scroll along the day, and you can say, okay, so here we're having lunch. Right after lunch, all we do is going down all the way to the blah 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 to the hotel. So you can really kind of like walk them through the day on the screen. Yeah, so I found that very convenient, and as long as the place with the where the intro talk is held is offering a TV, I'll surely do it in the future. Okay, so I think that helped. I hope that helped somehow. I wish you the very best. Unfortunately, we're not going to see in Sicily, but yeah, let's stay in touch. And of course, if you ever got something happening in South America, think of me. Okay, best to you, Robin.